Hello, and welcome to another update video about ETH. ETH pushed higher yesterday, reacted to our support area. Great entry for anybody who was interested in a short-term swing trade maybe, or just short-term trade. We had a few good support areas that have been holding now. Here even since the last one, the price has moved up within a day like 5%. So important to understand is that this can still stretch out higher. It's only really just entered the ideal target area. My target range was defined as $2,200 plus. Ether can still stretch higher. 2,280 is the next fib level to watch, and then 2,378. Not automatically saying that the rally will end there, but these are the next fib levels to watch. The latest price action has allowed me to add another micro count to the chart. So that allows us to add next key fib levels, next support levels, next micro support levels as well. Because to be honest, when we have a rally like that, we don't want to stand in the way of the rally. What we want to do, we want to understand the trend which is up. And we want to understand when there are the first signals that the trend is breaking. And the first signals typically appear when the first micro support level is breaking. And we talk about which one that is. You can see that our Fibonacci levels and ratios are very accurate. The price in the recent weeks and months, I think it broke only one of them, only one of the boxes. Can't even remember fully. I think it did max it out and then broke briefly, but didn't never sustain below it. But nevertheless, depending on which time frame you're in, we had here different support areas and entry points that you can use these for entries, right? They are pullback zones. Essentially, our charts are always self-guided. So what we show are the areas in which the price should really ideally turn around. So I myself bought here. I did buy here, but got stopped out again. But I did buy here as well for a swing trade. Then this is one. This was a significant one. Then we had here, and now we've got another one on the chart. So these are tradable setups, but I can't tell you when to buy or sell because that literally depends on your own circumstances, your own trading plan, your own time frame, your own strategy, your own exposure. You know, there are so many things that, come together here, your trading skill. This here is only the analysis, okay? So the analysis can't really tell you when to buy or sell. It will help you, to build your trading plan around it, but it cannot tell you when to buy or sell, which is why we show these zones. They can give you an idea and you might want to use them, but essentially you have to make sure that it works for you. But essentially, we use these support areas also to understand when the trend is starting to break. And that's especially important when we are in an overall target area for a move. So here, we have now entered this target area for wave 5 of 1. So you will remember that we've been watching primarily for another extension in this wave 1. And that's happening now because the wave 5, it's not even an unusual extension. The wave 5 was supposed to still occur. Okay, I mean, there is a way to count all of this as a 5-wave move, but it's just not ideal. So that's why we've been watching for another high. And at the moment, it appears that there is still a little bit of room that ETH can go. Maybe before we take a look at the microstructure here really in detail, and I share with you the latest micro count. Also, let's take a look at the daily chart. Here on the daily, you can see as well that's Bitcoin. Sorry. So let's just go to the daily Ether chart. There you go. Structure is very similar to Bitcoin, just a little bit more bullish actually. Ether has only just sort of broken the 61.8 extension level here. And the next main fib level on the daily chart is 2,530. Something interesting is happening that I've mentioned a while ago. There isn't really any structural resistance until the price gets to $3,500. Please consider that. There isn't really any structural resistance. There are fib resistances, and I'm watching for a pullback in this zone, but I'm not predicting a pullback will happen now or something. The trend is up, and we've broken above 2023 highs. I think it's a multi-year high now, and there is just not any structural resistance. So just be aware of that. I mean, it could just go. It just could, especially with the 1-2 1-2-1-2 setup here on the chart. So just be aware of that. But I will share with you at any step, at any stage, the micro supports that need to hold for the trend to keep going with a high likelihood. And if we now take a look here at the shorter time frame count, let's go to the 1 hour chart. We had yesterday this support area here, and it's now reached this target area. And now, you know, it looks as if we are still in circle wave 3 here. And within circle wave 3, we have a 5-wave move, and it appears that we are in wave 3 of 5 of 3. So a wave 4 should happen at some point. That means if that wave 4 pullback is happening, the price should stay above $2,207. That's the 50% retracement of the move of this last swing low that occurred yesterday. And as long as the price is holding above the 50% FIB level, it can still keep going in an impulsive way in wave 5 of 3. So it doesn't mean we have to pull back into this zone now, but it means that as long as we're holding above that level, the focus can be on higher. At some point, we should get that pullback, and it might do the same as it did here. You see how accurate these FIB levels are. It might just pull back to the 38.2 FIB level at 2,221. That's oftentimes a very, very accurate Fibonacci support. Yeah. What else? Yeah, and then we should get a 5th wave and then another 4. Yeah. This is going to be a moving support. I've only added this based on the latest highs, which means that if we break below 2,207, then I will assume we are in circle wave 4, and it would take a break below 2,111 to indicate that, yeah, we might have topped in circle, not in circle wave 1, in the main wave 1. Until that, I assume that we still push higher here and get at least one more high in circle wave 5, even though, you know, this we can top at any point, right? But you know, just what I said in the Bitcoin video as well, we can't automatically assume a pullback is starting until the market gives us a signal. Okay, so we need to wait for confirmation by the market. Looking at the daily time frame for ETH, Bitcoin shows some significant, oops, I haven't got the indicators on the chart. Bitcoin shows some significant bearish divergences on the daily. Now again, that doesn't mean that the pullback has to start. It's just a bit of a warning. And also here we've got a bearish divergence. Yes, we have. And that's on the daily time frame. So it's just that, yeah, divergences can be a hint, an indication, but I would never let my wave count being dictated by divergences. They are not reliable enough for that. Okay, that's my update about ETH. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional updates. You can find the links for those in the video description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.